Hello, this is Tommy. Welcome back to Chat Unix. So I have over 10 years experience in computational biology and bioinformatics. And today I'm going to share with you a really useful Unix program called Screen. It's actually surprising to me. Some of the experienced bioinformaticians, they don't know this tool exists. So what is Screen? So Screen, so if your local computer crashes and if you lose the connection, the process or login session you establish through the screen do not go away. For example, usually if you do SSH into a remote machine, either it's HPC or a virtual machine from Google Cloud or AWS, and you do SSH and then you log into the remote machine, but if you close this window, and all your session will be lost. And however, if you start the screen session in the remote machine, you can SSH back to the remote machine and do screen -r, and you will be reattached to that session, and all your previous computation will be actually remained. So to demonstrate that, I'm actually going to show you how Screen works actually just in a local computer, but it works for a remote machine. Okay, let me show you. So if you just open the terminal, and you can start the screen session just by type screen. So this usually is built in for most of the Unix systems. And you do this, and it will tell you something. Okay. So you actually can't see much actually after you start the screen session, but actually if you type exit and type enter, it actually will exit that screen session, and you will see screen is terminating. So actually I learned a trick. So if you want to know this is a screen session, you want to place a .screenrc file into your home directory. So the file is here. So I have a GitHub repository, and if you go to here, by the way, I will have the link in the description of this video. So if you go here, there's a .screenrc file, and what you can do, so you can look at raw and copy that URL and go to your terminal, and then you. So by the way, go back to your home directory and put that file into your home directory. So if you do this, okay, now you have this .screenrc file. So essentially it's an initiation file for Screen. So, by the way, I don't really know how to understand all this stuff. I actually just got this file from one of my previous colleagues. But once you have that file, if you do screen again, just type screen and type enter, and now you will see actually there's something actually in the bottom showing that it's a screen session. Okay, and there are other commands for the screen. For example, here you can have multiple windows for this screen session. So for example, you use Control-A-C to create a new window. For example, if I go back here, Control-A and C, now you have a second actually window. So did you see here? Yeah, you have 1 and 2, and you can switch. So, and I can type some command, for example, cd playground and ls. And if you do, so this is actually the second window here. So I can do Control-A and N to move to the next window. So it's Control-A N. So let's see whether we have here. Yeah, here. Go to the next window. So if we do Control-A-N again, so it will switch to the other window. So this is very helpful. You don't need to actually open multiple terminal windows. Instead, you just have one single terminal window within. Then you can have multiple actually tabs, windows within the same screen session. Okay. Okay, let's, for example, Control-A and then go to this, and we can do some, for example, calculation or manipulation. So we can, for example, just look at this file. okay, the first 10 lines of the file. Now the magic happens if I close this, and now I'm starting a new window. Let's make it a little bigger. Now if you do screen -R, it will actually reconnect to your previous session. Remember, we did this command head and look at the first 10 rows. And once you do screen -R, it will reattach to that session, and all your previous history is actually retained. This is actually super helpful, right? And so to actually exit a screen session, you can do exit. And now you can look at the bottom here, because we add that .screen.rc file in your home directory. So now it shows, okay, now we only have like one actual screen tab. So you can do exit again to fully exit. Now if you do -R, screen -R again, it will tell you there's no screen to be resumed. So I always use this actually when I deal with a remote machine, HPC, or a virtual machine in Google Cloud or AWS. So this is super useful, because it could be like sometimes there's a disruption of your internet, and then that window is dead, and then all your connection is lost, and all your previous history of your command is also lost. So, but if you have a screen session that is active in your remote machine, you can do SSH again to that remote machine and do screen -R, and it will be reattached to the previous session. So this is actually super useful. And there are other actually more modern tools called Tmax. So for example, if you just Google Tmax, and this is a different terminal multiplexer. It's an alternative to a screen. So you have to install this, but screen usually is pre-installed in most of the Unix system. So I hope this is useful for you, and make sure you subscribe to ChatOmics, and I will see you next time.